This is the moment 32-year-old Bionca Ellis walked into court, facing charges for the fatal stabbing of a 3-year-old boy she'd never even met. The courtroom fell silent. Disbelief filled the air as the mother of little Julian Wood came face to face with the woman accused of stealing her child's life.
I hate you with every fiber of my being. Because of you, I live in constant fear. For months, I couldn't leave my home.
Throughout the hearing, Ellis appeared detached, at times smirking, even laughing, as if she couldn't comprehend the weight of what she'd done. Her defense claimed she suffered from severe mental illness, arguing she was not in control of her actions. But the judge, and later the jury, saw through that defense. They ruled she understood exactly what she was doing. What came next left the entire courtroom in tears, a moment no one would ever forget. Before we reveal what happened inside that courtroom, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss the stories that remind us why justice matters. It was June 3rd, 2024, a regular morning in North Olmsted, Ohio. A mother walked hand in hand with her 3-year-old son, Julian Wood, leaving a Giant Eagle grocery store. They had no idea a stranger was watching them, following them through the aisles, out the doors, and into the parking lot. That stranger was 32-year-old Bionca Ellis. Without warning, Ellis pulled a knife and attacked, stabbing the little boy and his mother in broad daylight. Julian was rushed to the hospital, but his small body couldn't survive the wounds. His mother lived, but her life would never be the same again. Police said it was a random act of violence. There was no connection between Ellis and the victims. It was senseless, cold, and devastating. Court documents later revealed that Bionca Ellis had a long history of mental health struggles. She had been in and out of treatment facilities, showing signs of schizophrenia and delusional thinking. In the weeks leading up to the attack, Ellis was reportedly homeless, unstable, and wandering the area aimlessly.
Yeah, I'm going over here to the bus stop. You're okay though? Somebody called because they were concerned about you. Yeah, I kind of get lightheaded from my medicine. 5221, I'm out. Do you need assistance at all? Or you need an ambulance or anything? Are you feeling all right?
No, I think the temperature is just getting to be just right.
Okay. Do you have an ID on you just so I can tell them that you're all right? Are you from around here or are you trying to get out of here? Both? Thank you.
Just 3 days before the fatal stabbing of 3-year-old Julian Wood, she was arrested for a probation violation connected to a previous theft case. Ellis was briefly held and later released after a court-ordered mental health evaluation was never completed. Authorities confirmed she had no prior violent history and no connection to the victims. Neighbors described her as quiet but distant, someone who seemed lost inside her own head. Prosecutors believed that mental illness wasn't what made her kill. It was premeditation, fueled by anger and confusion. She allegedly stole the knife she used in the attack from the store moments before it happened. If you believe more could be done to help people before they reach this point, hit subscribe and comment your thoughts below. Because every warning sign deserves to be heard before it's too late. After the stabbing, police arrived within minutes. Officers found Ellis still holding the weapon, walking calmly through the parking lot. When ordered to drop the knife, she obeyed. Emotionless, silent, her eyes cold. She was arrested on the spot. Detectives later described her as disturbingly calm, showing no sign of remorse or confusion about what she had done. When she was booked, she told officers she didn't even know why she did it. The case quickly caught national attention. How could someone target a child? And what could possibly explain such a horrifying act? In the weeks that followed, the investigation deepened. Prosecutors charged Ellis with aggravated murder, attempted murder, felonious assault, and endangering children. Her first court appearance shocked everyone. She stood emotionless, barely reacting to the charges read against her. Then came a surprising twist. Her attorneys claimed she was incompetent to stand trial. Psychologists found that she didn't understand the legal process or her role in it. The judge agreed, sending her for inpatient psychiatric treatment. For months, she was treated at a state hospital. And after extensive therapy and medication, doctors declared her restored to competency. She would face trial, and the world would finally hear the details of what really happened that day. In October 2025, after more than a year of waiting, Bionca Ellis's trial began. The courtroom was packed. Reporters, grieving family members, and community supporters filled every seat. The prosecution laid out the chilling timeline.
12-inch butcher knife. And she has it right by her side. And she's walking. And she's walking. And she follows them all the way out of the store. And you will see that she is walking in tandem with them. She stops, waits for them to catch up, and follows them completely.
Surveillance footage showing Ellis following the mother and child through the store, stealing a knife, and striking within seconds after they reached their car. DoorDash driver Travis Bush was at the North Olmsted Giant Eagle when the attack happened. He told the court he saw Bionca Ellis stab 3-year-old Julian Wood and his mother without warning. Bush said he followed Ellis after the stabbing, asking, "Do you know you stabbed that kid?" and claimed she coldly mouthed the word "so." His chilling testimony left the courtroom stunned as jurors watched the moment replayed on screen.
I asked her, I said, "Do you know you stabbed that kid?" And her response was just a shrug of the shoulders. She started screaming, which I'll never get that out of my head.
The defense didn't deny the stabbing. Instead, they argued that Ellis's severe mental illness made her incapable of understanding right from wrong. They pleaded for a verdict of not guilty by reason of insanity, but the jury didn't agree.
Parole.
That while your mental illness was accepted by this jury, it is not an excuse for what you did.
After days of emotional testimony and evidence, they concluded that Ellis knew exactly what she was doing and convicted her of aggravated murder and all related charges. On October 27, 2025, the day of sentencing arrived. During sentencing, Julian Wood's mother, Margot, delivered a heartbreaking statement that left the courtroom in tears. She told the court, "I watched him take his first breath when he was born and his last when he died in my arms." She described hearing her son's final scream and seeing the terror in his eyes, memories that haunt her daily. Julian's father added that their family will forever keep his light shining, despite their unimaginable loss.
To get them to grow and open up and just have fun. That was the kind of kid he was. He was funny, outgoing, fearless, and full of life, love, and laughter. The energy he brought to the world was boundless.
When Judge John Russo asked Ellis if she wanted to speak, she remained silent.
As I noted for the record already. And then with respect to the count 4 and 8, the maximum sentence is 8 years. I'll hand down that sentence. Count 5, 8 years. Count 6, 11 years. Count 8, 8 years. And then as indicted, count 10, which would be a 6-month sentence on the misdemeanor charge. Regarding aggravated murder and finding the defendant guilty of aggravated murder by this jury, the court's going to hand down a sentence of life without parole. I'll run every other sentence concurrent to life without parole.
Prosecutors said justice had been served. The victim's family said closure would never come, but accountability finally had. After sentencing, Ellis was transferred to a state women's correctional facility to begin her life sentence. She will never be eligible for parole. In North Olmsted, a memorial now stands near the Giant Eagle, where Julian Wood lost his life, covered with flowers, teddy bears, and handwritten notes. Neighbors visited often, leaving messages that read, "Fly high, Julian. We will never forget you." The case reignited conversations about mental health, homelessness, and public safety. Could this tragedy have been prevented if Ellis had received help sooner? Or was it an act of pure evil, one that no treatment could have stopped? And that's what still divides people today. Was justice truly served, Or should the court have weighed her mental illness differently? Some say life without parole was the only possible outcome. Others argue she should have been confined to a psychiatric institution instead. But one thing remains certain: a child is gone, a mother's life is forever shattered, and a community still mourns. Justice was delivered in the courtroom, but true peace is something the family will spend a lifetime searching for. If you believe every story deserves truth, awareness, and compassion, hit subscribe, share this video, and let's keep these stories alive so no victim is ever forgotten. See you in the next video.